Hi, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. I'm a little bit tired, been doing a zillion videos at this point, but I want to go through this set. Number 2 on the top 10 reasons most people have a tough time becoming a Social Security disability attorney or attorney at all. Number 2 on this list, the student loan hurdle. Let me tell you a little background story. When I went to go ahead and do all of my academia, around 12 years ago, I started paying into my student loans. My student loans are more than pretty much everybody's house that you know that they live in. So if you own a house, my student loans are larger than your house. If you have a friend who owns a house, my student loans are almost certainly more than that person's student loans. And the reason why is I'm a white male. And basically, white males got screwed over. They need to forgive a large portion to make it equivalent with other students, or just get rid of student debt to pump prime the economy. The bottom line here is that if you are a white male, I would not recommend going to law school or doing this traditional academia path, because it is structured. Even though the Supreme Court is now fully against it, and they're trying to make actual equality and equity of this system when it comes to student loans, when it comes to getting into schools and stuff like that. Even though they're working on that and they're getting closer to it, I don't recommend becoming a law student and going to the profession if you're a white male or a white female at this point. When I went to school, I'm so old now that white females were actually, and we talked about them specifically as a minority. A lot of people think, minority is like Latino, Asian, African American. No, back then, white females were a minority. Now they call them Karens, which is horrific, but that's basically the reality of it. So with that said, your student loans will be high. Now, another thing, I have had a lot of students of law school work for me. One in particular that I've helped out, who worked with me for many years. I helped him with his entrance stuff for law school. They asked on the phone how I was doing when he was accepted. People don't get a phone call to law school when they're accepted, by the way. They get a piece of paper. He got a phone call. He got the highest scholarship that you could potentially get to the school. He is not white, and he was male. I want to tell you how incredibly proud of him I am. You have to understand that even though I got screwed over by the system, it shouldn't continue. It shouldn't be one of these things where it continues to hurt other people. And I'm so glad that he was able to get the benefit of the options that did exist in the program that was available at that time for him. And God knows, every little corner that I could help him out, I did, because you don't want people to suffer like I am. I've been paying on my student loans for 12 years now. I'm going to be paying on them until I'm 55 at the current rate that I'm going through. If I didn't have student loans, I'd hire another employee. I could do more videos like this. So the point is this. Never look forward with anger. Help those that you can, because those people, some of them anyways, will fix the system. They'll fix it towards equality. They'll fix it towards the middle. They'll fix it towards what the norm should be. And even though I got screwed over as a person, I don't feel that other people shouldn't be able to take the opportunities that come their way and the most of the opportunities that come their way. Now, with that said, student loans, we all have them. What I should have done is go and work for some governmental agency, some 501c3, for 10 years, and they'll forgive my student loans. I wouldn't make much, and basically after 10 years, they'd forgive them. I'm at 12 years now and still paying. I still owe $330,000. It's around there, dollars on them. Things are a little bit screwed up because of the whole COVID situation. I don't know what's going to happen with the election. I don't know if they're going to forgive student loans or what the deal is, but the bottom line is student loans are a form of slavery, and going into doctorate level work means that you will incur high levels of student loans, ergo you will be a slave financially in this country. So just think about that before you take those steps to go ahead and get that higher education in this industry. Okay, I should be selling to you to go get educated as much as you can. Unfortunately, America is not a country that believes in higher education. If it was, it would not cost this much or be this completely out of control in a capitalist sense. And keep in mind, I'm for capitalism, very pro-capitalist, very, very pro. The harder you work, the more you get. Very pro for that. But when it comes to academia, education, and I don't want to say it because it's against what I believe at my core, but education should be free. Should be free. How else are we going to get... It should be limited only by the person's mental capacity to achieve the things required for that industry. Oh, now I'm saying horrible things, right? But they're true. That's what it should be. It should be that. It should be free to people who can actually do it. Some people with a higher intelligence capacity, like me, above the normal scale, should have the opportunity, without becoming a slave, to a financial system, to a bank who's traded my student loans 8 times, who doesn't even know who I am or care who I am. It should be free. How else are we going to get bright people to want to try? And believe it or not, bright people are usually very lazy people. What? That's not true. That's not true. It is true, and here's how I know it, and here's how I can prove it. Bright people do well in school because it's easy for them. They have better memorization skills, they have better analytical skills, they can go ahead and figure things out relatively quickly. President of the chess team in high school. You know, a lot of things that I've done. I graduated early from everything for the most part. It was easier for me than other people. That creates somebody who's lazy because they become accustomed to the identity that, hey, if I can do this easily, I don't have to work as hard, then I can do the same thing with life. Life isn't like that. We all know that life isn't like that. The smarter you are, the less they care. You gotta still produce the same product. And just because you're smart doesn't mean that you can pedal faster. So, you know. Anyways, unless you come up with a great idea and you're a new Facebook or a new, fusion thermos bottle size reactor that can provide energy for free to, we're just talking about these like, oh man, I love my solar panels, they're so kick butt, oh my god, they're amazing, they're so cool. But the reality is, the moment somebody comes out with a fusion bottle or a thermos bottle size fusion reactor that can be in every single home, nobody's going to care about any of that stuff. Windmills, why would you need it? You have fusion. Why would you need it? Green energy, nobody cares. Why would you need it? You have literally a nuclear reactor in the size of a thermos bottle. Fits in one of these. Right? As much energy as you need. If you want to go ahead and leave your hot tub on high, you can do it. I don't have a hot tub, but I'm gonna one day. I'm gonna keep working hard and paying those student loans. Anyways, that is number 2 on the top 10 reasons that somebody may not want to go ahead and go into the legal industry. All right. And I'm just trying to be honest with these videos because look, I'm the idiot who went down the path. I was like, I want to get educated because my parents want me to get educated, and I want to get educated. I walked down the path less walked. I had to walk over the weeds. I had to walk over the stumps. I had to walk over the people who failed before me that died on that road. I did it. Doesn't mean you should. Just saying. You try it. Do your best. And here's the other thing. When I say do your best, if you think you're going to be partying at all with law school, those are the idiots that get kicked out. I know a lot of really cool people that were in my entering class. They got kicked out. If you're in that room and some of them are like really cool people I want to hang out with, they're the ones that get kicked out. It's only the people who are aggressive, hardworking, all day, all night people who make it through the system. Anyways, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. Imagine if we had a system, a legal system of different grades of individuals that could handle different things, right? Right? Then we would not just be limited to those bright enough to become attorneys. We would have different variations of those individuals with their mental capacity. We have to go ahead and go from 1 to whatever 10. You could make whatever skill you want, and actually each individual at that capacity, different capacity, could do different things. That would be something that worked better for, guess what, the human race, because we're not all equal, because we're not all the same, because we all have a dissimilar amount of mental capacity. That would work better. We don't have that though. That's okay. Anyways, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I go live Thursday every 8 to 10 p.m. If you want to catch up with me, if you're thinking about going to law school, call in on Thursday. Do it. Everybody always calls in about disability law stuff. But call in on Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. I'll talk to you. I'll walk you through it. You tell me what you've got going on. I'll tell you what you should do to improve it. I have no problem with that. I'll catch you a little bit later. If you want the most up-to-date information, give me a call, shoot me an email, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much.